Breaking tonight, new fallout from a just-released audio recording allegedly showing a former White House cabinet member breaking the law to help get President Obama reelected. On the tape, you can hear, it sounds like, we are told it is, former Labor Secretary Hilda Solis in 2012, calling a subordinate in her department who works for her, and then illegally soliciting campaign donations for the president's reelection campaign. Listen.
This is Hilda Solis calling, just calling you off the record here. Wanted to ask you if you could help us get folks organized to come to a fundraiser that we're doing for Organizing for America for Obama campaign on Friday at La Fonda at 6 p.m. There's a lot of folks that we know that are coming, but wanted to ask you if you might help contribute or get other folks to help out.
Congressman Issa is chairman of the House Oversight Committee, and today he played that audio recording for the first time in public. Your Democratic counterpart accused you of playing a stunt. He thought this was inappropriate. This is a top cabinet member breaking the law, as I understand it. Is there any dispute it's her?
There's no dispute. She was found to have violated the Hatch Act and resigned, along with Secretary Sebelius, who had a similar misuse where she used government funds to do a campaign event, and then when it was discovered, she retroactively paid back, but she had still committed a Hatch Act violation.
Hatch Act is you're not allowed to solicit campaign donations when you're working in the executive branch. It puts undue pressure on the people who work for you, and it's an abuse of your power.
Exactly, and Hilda Solis, who I served with in Congress, knew from Congress that soliciting your subordinates or people that worked for you in Congress was also a violation, different act, but a violation. So this was not news. It should not be news to a cabinet officer. But you understand today in our hearing, as we played that, and my ranking member is and has been in denial that anything could be wrong in this administration, the real offense was that a political appointee, a non-Senate confirmed political appointee who heads up the political affairs division that's just been stood back up in the White House.
Just to jump in, so Congressman Issa is now moving to a different but somewhat related issue where he feels that he's been obstructed. Go ahead, sir.
It's related because the Hatch Act is under our committee's jurisdiction. We were doing oversight. We asked this individual, David Simas, who is now stood back up something that President Obama shut down because it was found by special counsel to be illegal. He stood it back up, and we want to know how it works. We want to make sure it doesn't violate the Hatch Act. The president asserted through his counsel the most absurd claim, which was that there was as inherent immunity from coming to Congress by this political appointee, and he didn't show up. This is sort of
right. So you wanted to talk to this guy. You wanted to talk to this guy about the Hilda Solis matter. You got stiff-armed. He didn't show, and basically the administration is trying to stonewall. But not to worry, because DOJ is allegedly looking into Ms. Solis and her violation. So we should all rest easy tonight, correct?
No, not so much. Ultimately, the American people need to know, and they need to have confidence that their tax dollars are not being used, as the IRS did, to go after political, if you will, enemies of the president, the Tea Party and group. We need to know that they're not using the power of the presidency and the money of the taxpayers to campaign for people in this upcoming election. And every chairman who's had my job before that has had a role in trying to make sure that doesn't happen.
And
Henry Waxman
before I
spent
let you go, because I'm up
years.
against a hard break in 45 seconds, but I understand in related news tonight, the DOJ will now investigate these missing Lois Lerner emails. Can you confirm that?
It's a start. They said that they now are going to look at it. Quite frankly, we still want a special prosecutor. We want somebody who is immune from the influence of Eric Holder, a man who was held in contempt by Congress. And more importantly, we have a witness that didn't show on a lawful subpoena. It's already been decided by the courts that this individual must come. We expect that they're going to have to bring him. If they don't, we have very little choice but to assert our rights at Congress. We hope that you'll continue covering it.
Chairman Issa, thank you.
Thank you.
Well,